Braves fans, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the NBA, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the official ticket marketplace of.
That ball was crushed.
And
did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of
Let's go Braves!
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Great to have you with us on a Tuesday night. Braves and the Mets. Braves and Mets in game one of this series, renewing the rivalry. And to this point, the Braves have taken 5 of 7 against these guys this season. Looking for more of that tonight. Mets take the field. I want to remind you that Tire Discounters Round Trip or Home Run promotion offers Braves fans a next day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at braves.tirediscounters.com. Braves will be coming out of the third base dugout tonight wearing the traveling gray uniforms, gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy, Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Mets wearing their home white tops, white pants with the blue pinstripes, royal blue lettering and numerals outlined in orange, and Mets in cursive across the chest of their white uniforms. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is the crew chief, Vic Carapazza. At first base, the umpire is Mark Rippiger. Second base umpire is Nick Lentz, and the third base umpire is Nick Marley. Here's the leather for the Mets. Pete Alonso is at first base. Jeff McNeil at second base. Francisco Lindor is the shortstop. And Brett Beatty is at third. In the outfield for New York, Brandon Nimmo in left field. Cedric Mullins mans center field. And Juan Soto will be patrolling right field. The catcher is Francisco Alvarez. And on the mound, the big right-hander, Clay Holmes. Holmes out of Slocum, Alabama, 32 years old, making his 24th start of the season. He's 9-6 with a 3.46 ERA. And he's the last Met pitcher to win a game. Again, they have dropped 7 in a row and 11 of their last 12. It'll be Profar, Olsen, and Baldwin here in the top of the first inning. Profar is ready. So is Holmes. And now for the ball game. The first pitch misses a little bit low. Tried a sinker. 1 ball and no strikes on Profar. Time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll be bounced foul. And Darren, no surprise that Holmes starts things off with back-to-back sinkers.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter. Yeah, he's a big, tall righty, 6'5", and that sinker is coming from a really high arm slot. And boy, is it a good sinker. It's a bowling ball. About 4 more inches of drop on that sinker than the average sinker in the major leagues.
1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike.
So that's offering 1A from Clay Holmes. Also, 2 different breaking balls, a sweeper and a slider that mostly those 3 pitches will comprise what righties will see.
Here's the 2-1. Just a little bit low and inside with a slider. There's that slider right there.
Mm-hmm. You know, Holmes is his first year as a starter, and he added a few more pitches for lefties, the cutter and the changeup being those.
Here's the 3-1. Nowhere near. Missed with a sinker, and it's a leadoff walk for Jurickson Profar. Profar has been doing a lot of that lately. And he draws another free pass here. That'll bring Matt Olson up to the plate. On the season for Holmes, as I mentioned, 9-6, a 3.46 ERA through 23 starts. The last time he won at home was against the Braves. That was all the way back on June 25th. And he's gone 6 innings or more in just 7 of his 23 starts. Ties into what Darren was just talking about. Matt Olson takes a called strike. They don't want to overwork him, given that he's a starter for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, he's at 120-something innings pitched. He's about to surpass his innings pitched from the previous 2 seasons. So, yeah, they're going to be a little careful with him.
0-1 pitch. Olson takes a ball low. No score, top of the first inning. Leadoff walk to Jurickson Profar, and Matt Olson climbing in there versus Clay Holmes for the first time. Holmes 6'5", 245 pounds. 32 years old, and that'll be fouled off. Showed him a sinker right there. Braves have seen Holmes a lot, more times as a reliever than as a starter, that's for sure. He's 2-1 with a 2.18 ERA versus the Braves. That's in a dozen appearances, 2 of those as a starter, and both of those starts were this year. In fact, they came consecutively on the 19th of June, then at his next start on the 25th of June. Lost to the Braves in the first one, beat the Braves in the second one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Olson takes a ball low and inside, missed with a changeup at a 2-2 count. For Holmes, he inked a 3-year deal with the Mets this past December, and he's been an all-star twice across town with the Yankees. That was in 2022 and 2024 as a reliever in the Yankees pen. 2-2, low and inside, snap throw down to first base, and back with the dive, Jurickson Profar. Right-hander Holmes, ball in a black glove, right at the letters. Jurickson runs, and that's going to be hit well out to deep right field, over the head of Soto, all the way to the wall. Profar heads for third base, who will hold there. That was pulverized by Matt Olson. A double that just laced over the head of Juan Soto and one hop the wall in right center. Very hard hit ball.
Well, we know what a good hitter Juan Soto is, and he misjudged that one by Matt. That's how hard that was hit. He thought he was going to get a beat on it, so unfortunately Jurickson Profar had to slow down to see if he was going to catch it. Ended up sailing over his head. Nice double there.
And who else would you rather have at the plate right now than this man, Drake Baldwin? He was crushing the ball against the Marlins. Now a chance to make it at least 1-0 Braves. First pitch to Drake, and a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Talking about Holmes, the Mets have lost 7 of Holmes' last 10 starts, and he has a 4.22 ERA in that span. Trying to jump on him early. 1-0, big bouncer out to second. That'll drive in a run. Secured by McNeil. Throws to Alonso. It's a 4-3 putout, but it's an RBI for Drake Baldwin. And it's 1-0 Braves in the top of the first inning. Olson advanced to third base on that ground out.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having Jurickson Profar. He's reaching base at an unprecedented rate here since the All-Star break, leading the league in walks by far. So you get your leadoff guy on. Now you have 3 chances to score him. And Matt Olson moves him over. Drake Baldwin cashes him in. 1-0 Braves.
Infield now comes in for Marcell Ozuna. And Ozuna takes a ball outside. Laid off the sweeper. Ozuna homered 4 times versus Miami. He had 4 home runs in his previous 38 games going into that series. So he was able to heat up, looking to stay hot right here. And Ozuna swings and misses. Had a sinker. Actually got just a piece of it. Fouled it off into the gear of Francisco Alvarez. So it's 1-0 Braves before the seats are even warm here in Queens. And Ozuna trying to add on to that lead. Matt Olson down at third base and 1 down. That RBI for Baldwin was his 52nd of the season. One. Low it inside with a sinker. 2 balls and a strike. That last go-round for Holmes was against Cleveland. That was on the 5th. Went 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, a walk and 6 strikeouts. Got a no decision in a game the Mets lost. They've been doing a lot of that lately. 2-1, a swing and a miss at a sinker down, and the count level, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like we mentioned earlier, Braves have won 5 of 7 versus the Mets this season. And they split a 4-game series here back in June. Already leading 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. Holmes brings it, and Ozuna takes a called third strike. Sinker on the inside corner. Ozuna not so sure. And there's the first strike out of the game for Clay Holmes.
Boy, that's a 96-mile-an-hour sinker painted perfectly down and in. The hard part about hitting guys like Clay Holmes is you just don't see too many sinkers like his. You don't get a lot of practice, so you're not really sure where it's going to start and where it's going to end. Is it a strike or is it going to dip down below the zone for strike, for a swing and miss. So really a unique approach from him.
1-0 Braves. Here's Michael Harris, runner at third and 2 down. And Harris, in 23 games since the All-Star break, hitting .360. Looking to drive in a run and make it 2-0. First pitch he sees is a sinker for a called strike. Harris's .551 OPS before the All-Star break was the worst in the big leagues amongst hitters with 250-plus first-half plate appearances. He's turned it around since the break. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Sinker makes it 0-2. The turnaround for Harris has been extreme for the Braves. This guy is ice cold prior to the break. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a ball low and outside. And Darren, you expect a guy to figure things out and turn things around. I don't know that you expect the turnaround that he has displayed.
Yeah, you got to be happy about it as a Braves fan. You know, this is the promise we saw in Michael Harris II as a rookie, and unfortunately it disappears for a little bit of time, but it sure seems like he's figured it out. He's tearing the cover off the ball now.
1-2, a reach and a miss at a changeup, and that strikeout into the top of the first inning. But the Braves strike first. They cash in that leadoff walk. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and a man left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves won.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Terminators.com. Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Kelly Krall. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
1-0 Braves into the bottom of the first inning. Spencer Strider will be facing Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, and Brandon Nimmo here in the first inning. First pitch, a ball high and outside to Francisco Lindor. The Braves' leather has Matt Olson at first base, Ozzie Albies at second, Nick Allen at shortstop, and Nacho Alvarez at third. Tell you about the outfield after the 1-0 pitch. Here it is to Lindor. He'll swing and foul one back. Braves have Profar in left field. Michael Harris in center. Vidal Brujan is in right field. Catcher is Drake Baldwin. And on the mound, the right-hander Spencer Strider. He has been a Met killer in his career. In fact, in his career versus the Mets, 6-1. And he's won 5 of those games here lately. In fact, the Braves have won his last 6 starts against the Mets, 2 this season. 1-1 pitch. Just missed a little bit low with the fastball. 2 balls and a strike on Lindor. Lindor has been slumping, to say the least. He's been trying to figure it out. Switch hitter batting from the left side. And the 2-1 pitch. Punched on the ground, out to third, bobbled momentarily, but securing Alvarez. He's got it, throws over to first base for the out. And 1 down here in the first inning. For Strider this season, a record of 5-9 with a 4.04 ERA. That's in 15 starts. And what's interesting about that last go-round for him, Darren, 4 2/3 of an inning versus the Brewers, 5 runs on 11 hits. Most hits he's ever allowed in a big league start. Here's the pitch on the way to Juan Soto. Soto swings and misses at a first pitch fastball.
Yeah, that is a surprising line for Spencer. He's so good at missing bats and racking up strikeouts. But if you think about how that Brewers lineup is built, it makes a little bit more sense why that happened.
1-0 Braves, bottom of the first. 0-1 from Strider, and Soto takes a fastball high and away.
Yeah, when we did the Brewers series, we talked about how they don't hit a ton of home runs, but what they do well is hit for contact. So a lot of guys have really good bat control that can flatten their swing out and have a better chance to hit Spencer Strider's offerings.
Yeah, they made a lot of contact versus Spencer. 1-1, Soto not making any contact there, swung and missed at a curveball.
And that's going to be a big pitch for Spencer against Soto. You know, Soto is one of the best hitters in the league, and what makes his swing unique, and we talk about every time we play against him, is how flat it is and how long his bat is in the zone. So stuff with depth like Spencer's curveball and changeup and slider are going to be really key for him against Soto.
Ahead of Soto, 1-2, looking for his first strikeout. 1-2 and a fly ball high in the air to center. Michael Harris has his eyes on it. Drifting to his right, walking that way, makes the catch and 2 down. Strider, 6 feet tall, 195-pound righty from Knoxville, Tennessee, 26 years old. That last outing we were discussing for Strider on the 6th against the Brewers ended a stretch of 10 straight starts with 3 earned runs or fewer allowed. Gave up 5 runs in that game. And like we mentioned, the 11 hits allowed, the most he's ever allowed in his career. But he's making his 11th career appearance versus the Mets and his 9th as a starter. Pitch all the way to Brandon Nimmo. Bounce foul on the left field line and into the tarp. And an 0-1 count. Strider has beaten the Mets twice this season. And going back to 2022, the Braves have won Strider's last 6 starts versus the Mets. And in that span, he's gone 5-0 with a 4.78 ERA. That'll be sent foul. In fact, he has punched out 42 Mets in his last 22 innings pitched against them. And he's kept the ball in the ballpark. No homers in his last 18 innings versus the Mets, and that's been one of the keys to his success against a team that can hit the long ball. 1-0 Braves in the 0-2 pitch. Nimmo takes a fastball high and outside. Darren, that clocked in at 98. That's a good sign.
It sure is. Yeah, in his last start against Milwaukee, less than ideal results, but he did have his hardest fastball of the season, averaging 96.2 on that pitch. It's a good sign in Spencer.
Wind up in the 1-2. That'll be sent foul into the second deck along the third baseline. 1-0 Braves on the RBI ground out by Drake Baldwin to drive in Jurickson Profar. Braves had a walk, a double, and a ground out to produce a run in the top of the first inning. 1-2 to Nimmo. Fouled off again into the lower bowl of the stadium down the left field line. Nimmo has put up good numbers in his career versus Strider. .480 on base percentage versus Strider in his career. 1-2, pulled out to first. Nice pick by Matt Olson. Carries it to the bag, puts his left foot on top of it, and that's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. We played 1. We head to the top of the second. 1-0 Braves.
Don't miss a very special Atlanta Braves Alumni Night on August 27th.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take 1 bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time.
Click on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
It's great to have you with us. Braves and Mets on a Tuesday night from New York. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Braves leading 1-0. Had a leadoff walk in the first inning. A double by Matt Olson put runners at second and third. And a ground out by Drake Baldwin drove in Profar. And then at the bottom of the inning, Spencer Strider had a 1-2-3 frame. Ozzie Albies to the plate. The first pitch to Ozzie is a called strike. Ozzie leading it off in the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves can steal a base here in the top of the second inning, our contestant Alan Parker will win $100 in free marathon gas cards. Ozzie swinging it from the left side. He'll punch one hard on one hop. Out to short. Taken by Lindor. Plants and throws and robs Ozzie. Hit it right on the screws, but that one hopper right there in front of Lindor and one down.
Yeah, that's a beautiful approach by Ozzie. I know it's an out, but that was a perfect swing at a down and away sinker from Clay Holmes. It was a really nice pitch, but an even better swing. Unfortunately, a plus defender standing in the way of it, so converted for the first out of the inning.
Bases empty, one down for Vidal Brujan. By the way, you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Ball high and outside of Brujan. He was claimed off waivers from Baltimore on August the 8th. And a switch hitter, and I've seen a lot of Eli White in right field with the injury to Ronald Acuna. That'll be sent foul. But chatting with Snit prior to the game about the decision for Brujan in right field, he just said, look, I wanted a switch hitter in there tonight. Felt like it matched up better with Clay Holmes on the mound and some of the relievers they expect to see. So Brujan getting the nod in right field. There's the 1-1 pitch. And there's a ball outside, missed with a sinker. Speaking of right field, could be getting Ronald Acuna back very soon. He could be coming up right around the corner.
Yeah, he was taking some more hacks today during batting practice before the game. Looking strong.
2 on to Brujan, swung on, fouled back, 2-2. Ronald has been nursing the calf injury. And Snit said prior to the game that could see him on this trip. And that's something that they could visit even as early as tomorrow. 1-0 Braves, top of the second inning. Two. And Brujan takes a ball outside. Just missed with a sinker. Light breeze in from left center field. Clear skies and the sun setting down the left field line. Turning into a pretty good crowd here for a Tuesday night. 3-2 pitch. Sent foul. Tom Goodwin trying to get a paw on it. Rolled on by the Braves first base coach. Of course, Freddie Gonzalez across the diamond as the third base coach. 3-2 on Vidal Brujan. And he'll be followed by Nacho Alvarez here in the top of the second. 3-2 from Holmes. And he missed with a sinker. Check swing by Brujan, but didn't go. And it's a one-out walk to Brujan. And it seems like early on, Darren, he's trying to figure out that grip on the sinker more than anything.
Yeah, it's really dancing at the bottom of the zone. That was a pretty good pitch. Vic Carapazzo early in this game, not giving the bottom line of the strike zone. Spencer Strider missed out on a call last inning that he thought was a strike, and Clay Holmes feeling that pain too.
Something that you and I are discussing before the game about how very different these two pitchers are tonight. There's a called strike. And let me just say this. If you have a strike zone where the top is getting strikes called and the bottom is not getting strikes called, that's going to heavily tilt towards Strider, isn't it?
Absolutely correct there. Very different game plans.
0-1 to Alvarez. He swings at a pitch in the dirt, missed the changeup.
Yeah, these two starting pitchers couldn't be more different. You know, Holmes, taller than Spencer by 5 inches, 6'5", but has a foot less extension than Spencer. So he keeps short, really high arm angle, sinks it from way up there, and he's going to pepper the bottom of the zone. Spencer, the opposite, high spin, four-seamer. He's going to hammer the top of the zone. So it's going to be a challenge for Vic Carapazzo here tonight to keep that strike zone consistent.
0-2 to Alvarez. And he'll swing and whack one into left field, down for a base hit. Got a sweeper to his liking and sent it over the infield. So the Braves have a walk and a single from Brujan and Alvarez. And runners at first and second, one down for Nick Allen. Good sign for Nacho. He had a tough night the other night against the Marlins on 0 for 4, 4 strikeout performance. Made a lot more contact in the few games since then, including the single tonight. So now first and second for Nick Allen. 1-0 Braves. Top of the second inning, looking to add on. Beatty, the third base, even with a bag. Pitch on the way to Allen, stroked out to second. McNeil has it, flips to Lindor for one, comes across the bag and fires over to Alonso for a 4-6-3 double play. And that ground out ends the top of the second. The threat for the Braves goes up in smoke. We head to the bottom of the second.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June.
Send you to see the season opener in Colorado. Listen for your chance to qualify weekdays during our 4 o'clock hour on Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan.
Braves 1, Mets nothing. Into the bottom of the second as Pete Alonso climbs in to lead it off for New York. Spencer Strider goes back to work. Had a 1-2-3 first, and the first pitch is popped up, spinning foul, and into the seats over to our right. 0-1 on Pete Alonso. Well, folks, more so than normal here in this ballpark, begging for a home run from Pete Alonso. It would be historic for the Mets with his next home run. 0-1 pitch, will miss outside, 1-1. In fact, Alonso enters the action tonight with 252 career home runs, and that's tied with Darryl Strawberry for the most in Mets franchise history. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Alonso takes a strike. Good-looking slider on the outside corner. The 1-2 on Alonso. So with his next home run, he'll have more homers as a Met than any other Met ever. That'd be a big name to pass in Darryl Strawberry. Strider's 1-2. And that's hit in the air to deep left field, out towards the corner, coming over and playing it off the wall now, Jurickson Profar. He'll send it in. Here comes Alonso standing into second. It's a leadoff double. Profar deep down the line towards the corner, had it sail over his head. And as it went over his head, bounced off the left field wall. And Alonso's in scoring position with no one out.
Yeah, Spencer Strider probably not going to be happy with the location of that slider. You know, you're way ahead in the count. You got 2 strikes. But Polar Bear Pete almost made some history off a hanging slider there. Just a few more feet, that might have been 4 bases.
Jeff McNeil up to the plate. Left-handed hitter. And McNeil swings and misses a slider badly. 0-1 on McNeil. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 1-0 Braves in the bottom of the second. Alonso takes his lead at second base. Strider out of the stretch. A glance at second. 0-1 pitch. Down and in with a slider. Check swing. Didn't go as they appealed down to Nick Marley. Strider's 1-1. And McNeil clocks one deep down the right field line towards the corner, and that is down for a foul ball right outside the line. I'd love to tell you how much that missed by. Now I'm seeing a replay. It's only by a few feet, but that right field corner from where we sit, we can't see any of it. In fact, Vidal Brujan went into the corner, just disappeared from our sight, as we are shielded from that corner by the stands deep down the right field line. So 1-2 on McNeil. 1-0 Braves in the second. McNeil batting .254 on the season, 9 home runs. Strider brings it. And McNeil hits a laser into right field. Coming on, Brujan makes a chest-high catch. And Alonso holds at second base. That was hit very hard, but Brujan had a nice read on it. Darted in, made the squeeze.
Oh, man. Nothing warms my heart like watching Jeff McNeil be disappointed. You know, he hit 2 balls hard in that at-bat, and nothing came out of it. 2 line drives, and he's complaining to anybody that will listen in the dugout right now.
He always takes it out on the helmet.
He does.
1 down for Starling Marte. Strider back to work. First pitch fastball in for a strike. He loves to throw a helmet down or slam it into the rack. Yeah, very vocal with his frustrations coming off the field. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Marte. Strider fires, softly tapped out towards third. Coming in, gloving, transferring, and firing. Nacho Alvarez. Nice play by the rookie. A 5-3 put out. Alonso goes second to third. Tricky play, but Nacho made it seamlessly.
Yeah, really slick play there. You could see him, Nacho, trying to decide if he had to barehand that. Well, I'd say 6-7 years ago, Starling Marte, one of the fastest guys in the league, you're going to have to barehand that to get him running down the line. Thankfully for the Braves, he's lost a few steps here recently.
Yeah, good job of knowing who is coming down the line. 2 down for Cedric Mullins. First pitch he sees. Fastball that misses 1-0. Mullins, a very talented center fielder from Baltimore, coming over from the Orioles to the Mets at the trade deadline. A left-handed hitter. Alonso lead at third, and the 1-0 pitch. Strider misses high with a fastball. After Mullins, it would be Francisco Alvarez getting towards the bottom of Carlos Mendoza's order. Mullins batting 7th tonight for the Mets. Strider trying to protect a 1-0 lead. Hitters count 2-0. Low it in with a slider. For Strider in his career in this ballpark, 4 previous starts prior to tonight. 3-1 with a 5.03 ERA here. Here's his 3-0 on the way to Mullins. He takes a strike. Fastball 96. Strider, 4th-round pick out of Clemson in 2020. An all-star a couple of years ago and coming back from the elbow injury from a year ago, and furthermore, the elbow operation last year. Alonso a lead at third, and the 3-1. Ground ball out towards first, and that is a foul ball just on the other side of the bag. Would have been an easy play for Olson had it stayed fair, but 3-2 now.
And that's the count there was 3-1, and Spencer opting to go with the changeup, which I really like because that tells me he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch. You know, 3-1, you have to throw a strike unless you want to put a very fast runner on first base. So that's good to see here early tonight.
He's come a long way in confidence in that pitch.
Yeah.
Ready with a 3-2. Here it comes. And a little floater in the center field down for a base hit. Threw him a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and he just looped it softly over the infield to drive it Alonso, and it's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, that's what Cedric Mullins does best. That's why the Mets went out and got him. He's the most top 10 in the most pitches seen per at bat in the major league. So he's a pesky guy. He's also got some power and some speed. So he really extended that at bat. Got something he could handle off Spencer, and that evens up the game at 1.
Went up the ladder to make contact with that 2. 2 down for Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez takes the ball low and outside. Oh, for Alvarez, been an up and down year. Here lately, he's been swinging the bat a little bit better, but there was a stretch in June where he was sitting down. They sent him back to AAA, trying to get his swing back in order. 242 hitter with 4 homers. 1-0 pitch. Good slider over for a strike. Evens the count at 1. A 1-1 game in the bottom of the second inning. Game 1 in this 3-game series. Time called by Francisco Alvarez. This Mets fan base has really been through it. Ups and downs. Been like a roller coaster here in Queens for the Mets fan base. And this team currently in the throes of a 7-game losing streak. Here's the 1-1. And Alvarez crushes one to deep right center field. Brujan to the wall. That'll give the Mets the lead. It's a home run by Alvarez, and he jubilantly runs around the bases as he has just given the Mets a 3-1 lead here in the second inning.
Yeah, just a mislocation on that fastball. Middle. And Alvarez has got some juice. You mentioned he jubilantly runs. He actually waited for that ball to land out in right center field before he even started running. So I think maybe he realized, hey, I'm pimping this just a little too much. I better hustle up around these bases.
Took him deep to right center. So home run number 5 for Alvarez. RBIs 16 and 17. It's turned into a 3-run inning for the Mets. And now Brett Beatty will come to the plate. That is the first homer allowed by Strider against the Mets in his last 20 innings. Brett Beatty takes a ball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Strider at 34 pitches, wind up at the 1-0 pitch. And Beatty with a fly ball towards deep left field. Profar back to the warning track, running parallel to the wall, goes airborne and makes the catch and then into the wall gently. That was not easy. Quite the adventure for Profar, but he's able to make the catch for the out. And that ends the bottom of the second. But a 3-run inning for the Mets, including a 2-run homer by Francisco Alvarez. We go to the top of the third inning. It's a 3-1 lead for New York.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you from Citi Field here in New York. Mets have taken a 3-1 lead over the Braves, and the Braves will send up the top of the order with Jerks and Profar. And Jurickson takes a ball outside from Clay Holmes. That last play in the bottom of the second for the final out, Profar had a awkward connection with the wall in left field. There's a ball low and inside. He went up into the air there, and when it came down, the right foot caught the padding of the left field wall. It looked like it kind of got his leg hung up a little bit, and it could have been really bad considering where he was. There's the 2-0 pitch, pulled foul down the right field line, but right above where his foot connected with the padded wall, right above that, there's a section of the wall that's a chain link fence. And if his cleat had been just a little bit higher, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, there, a lot of things could have gone wrong there. You know, it's a good thing he's back in the box and still in this game. I think what happened is he was remembering his play from last series when he robbed that home run.
2-1 high and outside, 3-1.
And he was thinking, man, I might have to climb this wall again and make another play of the week.
Well, there's a split second where it's as if he didn't know exactly where he was, which you can forgive because this isn't his home ballpark. 3-1 pitch, missed outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk here in the third inning. Second walk to Profar. But yeah, when it came down, his cleat was hung up on that padded wall, and he was standing on one leg for just a moment, and you worried that he might twist his leg or ankle or something like that, but it came off of it all right. Here's Matt Olson. Braves down 3-1 in the top of the third. Olson takes a first pitch strike. We're telling you about Clay Holmes, 6'5", 245 from Slocum, Alabama. Originally drafted by the Pirates. Going to Olson, missed outside, snap throw down to first base, and back out the dive Profar. Holmes out of Slocum High School in Slocum, Alabama, and then was a 9th round selection by the Pirates and signed with them over his commitment to Auburn. He's not just some brain-dead chunker. He was the valedictorian of his high school. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. There's a ball low and inside, 2-1.
Valedictorian, huh? I didn't know that. I was teammates with Clay for a short moment, across the city here with the Yankees, and I didn't.
He never told you that?
Did not know that.
Humble man.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch. That's in for a strike, 2-2.
He's a real soft-spoken, on the quieter side guy. He's got the Holy Spirit in his heart. Very kind, gentle man. But I didn't know he was that smart. He's holding out on us.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Olson takes the ball low and inside, 3-2. Mets 3, Braves 1, top of the third. Holmes straightens. Lead at first base by Profar. He takes off, 3-2, swung on, fouled off. Still a 3-2 count. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. For Holmes in his career, 8 years in the big leagues. Yankees, Pirates, and Mets he's pitched for over his 8 seasons. See if Profar takes off again. He does. Olson swings and misses. Alvarez fires off the mark down to second. In fact, Lindor had to dart over to his left to the second base side of the infield to keep it from going into the outfield. But Olson strikes out. Profar swipes the bag, and the Braves have a runner in scoring position for Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, that was a strange play for Alvarez. Was very late to throw that ball to second. Almost like nobody yelled it out. You know, these infielders have to yell out, runner, because Matt Olson's big frame is standing between him. He can't even see Profar running. So maybe a miscommunication there.
First pitch to Drake Baldwin, and a bouncer left side, backhanded by Lindor, guns to third base, and they have Profar in a rundown. Profar, as he's in the rundown, trying to direct traffic to send Baldwin to second. They throw that way, and they get both of them. 2 outs on the base paths just like that. Swiftly, and that ends the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and unfortunately no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 3-1 lead for the Mets.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
¿Lesionado? Visita abogados.com.
Join me for the new Buck Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Mets 3, Braves 1 into the bottom of the third inning. Looking back on that last play that ended the top of the inning, officially it went 6-5-4-5 on the putout. And unfortunately, one base running mistake led to another one. Because it didn't look like Baldwin was going to advance, but Profar, as he was in the rundown, was motioning to Baldwin, try to get to second, and I'll keep it in this rundown so you can get there. Well, they got Profar, and then they threw to second and got Baldwin. And just like that, it was over for the Braves. Here's Francisco Lindor, who sends one foul.
Yeah, he was trying to make the best of his base running error. That's just a mental error out there. Runners between second and third. Anything to your right, you have to stay because you could get thrown out at third.
One to Lindor. Missed the inside corner.
Especially knowing who's standing behind you. Francisco Lindor, an excellent shortstop. Guy that makes the smart baseball play. He was definitely trying to get that lead out at third.
1-1. And Lindor ropes one in the air to right field, but Brujan is on the other end. Makes the catch in deep right. And one down here in the third inning. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you at Citi Field. Braves and Mets in the bottom of the third inning. Juan Soto takes a ball low. Juan Soto has driven in a run in 4 straight games, including 3 solo homers in that span. He has 28 home runs this season in his first year in Queens. .251 hitter this year. 1-0 pitch. Nothing wrong with that. In for a called strike. Of Soto's 28 homers this season, 22 have been solo shots. That's a number that they'd like to change. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, squared up, but on the ground to second. Ozzie Albies gathers, throws to first and 2 down. A lot of that has to do with the struggles that Lindor has been through lately. In fact, with Lindor, as he's 0 for 2 in this game, if you go back to June 4th, he fouled a ball off of his foot on June 4th, and he broke the pinky toe. And dating back to that contest, he's hitting under 200. In fact, he's about 194 since then. That's a 56-game span. Here's the pitch on the way to Brandon Nimmo, and he takes a called strike. That's a lengthy drought for a bat that good.
Yeah, it is. Especially a switch hitter. You know, and with his 0 for 2 tonight, he's now 0 for his last 21. So really scuffling here lately.
0-1 to Nimmo. It bounces away from Baldwin to the backstop. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
1-1 from Strider. And Nimmo in the air to left field, coming in Profar, then will lay down for a base hit. Humpback liner into left field for a 2-out single. And Nimmo has his first hit of the game. Inning continues now for Pete Alonso, who doubled down the left field line and scored the Mets' first run an inning ago. Mets 3, Braves 1. 2 down, runner at first base in the bottom of the third. Looking ahead to the fourth inning, it'll be Ozuna, Harris, and Albies for the Braves, but still a big, dangerous out to get here in Pete Alonso. Strider goes to work, and Alonso clubs one in the air to deep right center field, towards the gap, at the wall, and gone. And that's a record-breaking home run for Pete Alonso, as they are standing on their feet and cheering their first baseman loudly, as he just broke the franchise record for most home runs by a Met. His 253rd home run as a Met, passing the great Darryl Strawberry, and he makes it 5-1 New York here in the third inning. His entire team has spilled out of the dugout, and he's giving hugs to all of them, had his helmet off and was acknowledging the crowd, and now celebrating on the field with all his teammates after that historic home run for the Mets. Home run number 253 for Darryl Strawberry. He played here for 8 seasons, from 1983 through 1990. And his 252 homers as a Met had stood at the franchise record since 1990. And that was broken here tonight by Pete Alonso with a 2-run home run into the bullpen in right center field.
Yeah, Pete Alonso, I mean, we don't get too excited about Mets achievements, but you do have to recognize the consistency with which he has hit those home runs. You mentioned he did it. Darryl Strawberry took 8 seasons. Pete's only been here for 6.5, almost 7. So, you know, one of the more consistent power hitters in the league.
So now it is 5-1 New York. Strider was taking a couple of warm-up tosses before McNeil climbed in. And now back to the action. And there's a ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes on McNeil. Crowd still buzzing after that home run, and Alonso all smiles down in the Mets dugout. You can imagine his excitement. 1-0 pitch and a fly ball slicing towards foul territory and into the seats down the left field line.
You know, I know Pete a little bit just from, we're both Florida Gators, and he had a lot of home runs in college, but most scouts were kind of on the fence about him being a pro prospect. He wasn't a huge prospect, and a lot of guys in the Mets system were actually ranked higher than him. Well, I think he's done pretty well for his projections here thus far in the major leagues.
Well, a guy who's going to likely shatter that record. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Jeff McNeil, and he'll reach and miss at a slider. Prior to Darryl Strawberry, when he broke the record, he broke Dave Kingman's record of 154. And then prior to that, Ed Kranepool. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss. Kranepool was the first player to reach 100 homers in Mets history. And he finished with 118 homers as a Met. 2-2 pitch. Low and inside. So Kranepool to Kingman. Kingman passed the torch to Strawberry, and Strawberry to Alonso. 5-1 New York, bottom of the third. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Bounce foul over by the Mets dugout.
You can see Spencer Strider getting visibly frustrated on the mound. Just doesn't have his best fastball location here tonight. And with the current fastball he has to be better with his location.
3-2. Pulled foul on the first baseline.
You know, he's shifted this year to throwing a lot more sliders because he doesn't have quite the octane fastball he had 2 years ago. And I personally believe he'll get back to that. But the pitcher he is now, he has to hit his spots with that fastball and locate his slider.
Again, the 3-2, and he has missed with that fastball. And like you mentioned, struggling with that location. First walk allowed by Strider. And all this success for the Mets here in the bottom of the third has come with 2 down. Lindor flied out to right. Soto grounded out to second. But then a 2-out single by Nimmo kept the door open for Pete Alonso, who hit a 2-run homer over the right center field wall and now walked to McNeil. So now Marte trying to continue the party for the Mets. He swings and misses at a slider down. We mentioned that the Mets have really been struggling lately as they have dropped 7 in a row and 11 of the last 12. But they have been a much different team at home than what they have been on the road. A lot of their struggles recently coming on the road. A 1 in for a called strike. In fact, the Mets are 38-21 at home this season. This shows you how bad they've been when they pack a suitcase. And their .644 winning percentage at home is 4th in the majors and 3rd in the National League. Oh-2 from Strider. Lined into right center, in for a base hit. Down to second base, McNeil holds. 4 straight Mets have come to the plate and furthermore reached with 2 down in the inning. 3 hits in the inning. A lot of contact by the Mets early versus Strider. And here comes Rick Kranitz.
Yeah, just to talk a little bit more about Spencer, you know, when he was throwing 98, 99 every pitch, his average heater in 2023 was over 97 miles an hour. And he just has such a bigger margin for error when he's throwing that hard. His fastball this year, he's missing a little bit of that rise that he's going for, that induced vertical break. Missing about 2 inches, and it's a mile an hour slower and has quite a bit more horizontal movement. So if you're a left-handed batter, that fastball is running away, it's running right into your barrel. And so that's been a challenge for Spencer. He's not able to get away with as much as he could when he was throwing 98, 99. So he has to be a little bit finer with his location.
Yeah, you can certainly sacrifice location when it's 98, 99, 100, can't you?
Yeah, and the fastball shape. The characteristics were just a tick better 2 years ago. And as I mentioned, I think he will get back to that.
5-1 Mets. Cedric Mullins up to the plate now. And he takes a high strike. 7th Met to the plate here in the 3rd inning. And the 5th since the second out was recorded. Strider's 0-1. A little piece of it fouled and sent it to the backstop. 0-2. This is a Mets team that was off yesterday like the Braves. They were swept in Milwaukee. And tonight they begin a 5-game homestand. 3 of the Braves and then 2 of the Mariners. At least here at Citi Field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pulled foul on the right field line. Then that Mariners-Mets series will shift to Williamsport, Pennsylvania on Sunday for the MLB Little League Classic. So the Mets, I'm sure, are hoping for that off day yesterday and come out rejuvenated tonight after dropping 11 of their last 12. And that has certainly been the case as they lead 5-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-2 from Strider. Low and inside. In fact, if the Mets were to lose this game tonight, that would be an 8-game losing streak for the first time since 2018. So they're trying to figure it out and get back into the win column. They have certainly tumbled in the standings, looking up more and more at the Phillies with each passing day here in the month of August. 1-2 to Mullins. And he struck him out. Used a slider. And that's our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout, just like Spencer Strider. Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas plans. This difference is good. We go to the top of the fourth inning.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Oh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Dollar Shave Club delivers premium razors without premium prices. Get close, comfortable 6-blade shaves, swift rinse and 4 blades for thicker hair, and translucent shave butter for precision. Visit dollarshaveclub.com/home-run. Use promo code HOME-RUN.
5-1 New York into the top of the fourth inning. Ozuna, Harris, and Albies coming up with the Braves. Pete Alonso, the center of attention tonight here at Citi Field. Just coming out onto the field and tipping his cap. Marcell Ozuna digging in amongst the chants of Pete Alonso. And Ozuna takes a ball inside. And in case you missed the bottom of the third inning, Pete Alonso's homer was a record-breaking home run, and he has more home runs than any other Met in franchise history after his 253rd career home run. There's a called strike on Ozuna. Hit it 113 miles an hour off the bat over the right center field wall. Traveled 387 feet. 1-1, and Ozuna swings and misses at a changeup, 1-2.
Yeah, and that was like a line drive that got out, and that's something really stands out about Pete Alonso. He's hit a lot of home runs, but I think he's hit some of the most spectacular low line drive home runs. Looks like a 1-iron coming off the bat.
Ozuna takes a ball outside. Well, he's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, Darren, in his first at bat, which was in the second inning, hit a double off the wall down the left field line. Coming off the bat, I thought he might have gotten it. And it turned into be a double. Here's the 2-2. That'll miss low. Coming off the bat with that homer, I thought it was going to be a gapper in right center field. And just had enough backspin on it to go right over the top of that right center field wall and out of here.
Yeah, he hit one at Truist that still sticks out in my mind. I was on the field for that one.
3-2. And Ozuna swings and misses, tied up by a sinker. And there's the fourth strikeout by Clay Holmes.
Yeah, he was facing Braves legend Johnny Venters towards the end of Johnny's career, and not a great matchup for Johnny. Low ball sinker guy. Pete Alonso is a low ball hitter. He hit one line drive right back up the middle. I remember Johnny ducked because it was so low, and it landed out in the fountain in center field at Truist.
Michael Harris takes a ball low. Yeah, that's exceptional power to be able to do that. Braves had a 1-0 lead at the end of the first inning, and the Mets with a 3-run second, a 2-run third. And they lead 5-1. They've gone deep twice as Alonso and Alvarez have both hit home runs. Ball outside to Harris, 2 balls, no strikes. Two from Holmes, bouncer through the right side. In between McNeil and Alonso, and a single in the right field by Harris. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Braves get a 1-out single from Michael Harris. Just looking to strike back. Keep the Mets from running away and hiding in this thing. Ozzie Albies 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. That's the last thing you want to do here. You run the risk of having two turned. Pitch on the way to Ozzie. Pulled foul on the right field line. Just missed being a fair ball.
Yeah, that Clay Holmes sinker keeps him right at the top of the leaderboard in terms of ground ball rate. As a starter, that ground ball rate has come down a little bit, but he's still way up in the 95th percentile around the league, so he keeps the ball on the ground very well. As a result, you will see a lot of double plays when he's on the mound.
Nick Allen hit into one of those in the second inning. A 1 from Holmes. Ball outside. Well, if there is some good news, as the Braves are trailing 5-1, we mentioned this swoon that the Mets have been in, losing 11 of their last 12. And in the midst of all this, they have been allowing, on average, 7 runs per game. And the Braves hoping for a big inning, get back in this thing. 1-1 to Ozzie. Pulled foul again down the right field line. Altogether, in this 7-game losing streak, they've been outscored 72-48. And I take that back, not in the last 7 games, but in the 11, where they've dropped 10 of their last 11, and then they lost again the other day, so they've dropped 11 of their last 12. Here's the 1-2 pitch again to Albies. And a soft little ground ball out to a diving Lindor. Dives to his right, knocked it down, but it trickles off his glove into shallow left field. That'll be a base hit for Ozzie Albies to put him at first and second.
And that's that same approach we talked about in Ozzie's first at bat. That was a changeup down and away, but if Ozzie, as a left-handed hitter, tries to pull that pitch, it's going to be a weak ground ball right to Jeff McNeil at second base, probably 2 outs. So, again, nice approach from Ozzie, trying to stay the other way, and that's the right approach against a guy with a heavy sink fastball.
Now meeting at the mound, Lindor, Beatty, Alvarez, all out there on the mound with Holmes. Meanwhile, Alonso and McNeil sit tied on the right side of the infield. They continue to visit. Home plate umpire Vic Carapazza walks out there and breaks it all up. 5-1 Mets, top of the 4th inning. Big crowd on a Tuesday night here at Citi Field. And the good news is it's not near as hot now as when it was the last time we were here. Last time we were here, it was 100 degrees, even for some of the night games in that series. 80 degrees. Beautiful evening here in Queens. Here's the pitch on the way to Vidal Brujan. Switch hitter batting left. It'll swing and foul one off. That was suffocating heat last time we were here.
Yeah, much nicer this time. Walk around the city today. It's just a hint of trash smell. You know, it wasn't suffocating like it was last time.
Yeah, there was no air to be breathed last time we were here. Now home plate umpire Vic Carapazza needs some new baseballs. Gets a half dozen from the Mets dugout. 0-1 on Brujan. Brujan walked in the second inning. This is his second trip to the plate. Ozzie Albies the runner at first. Michael Harris down at second. 0-1 pitch. Sent foul. That'll become a souvenir about 30 rows back of the Braves dugout. Game 1 of this series. Braves here in New York for 3 games. And all 3 are night games. 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central, under the lights for all 3. Tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday here versus the Mets. 0-2 misses low, 1-2. And then we head to Cleveland to see the Red Hot Guardians. And that'll be this 2-city, 6-game road trip of the Braves. 3 of the Mets, 3 of the Guardians, and then back home to see the White Sox. 5-1 Mets, top of the 4th. Brujan gripping the bat with bright red batting gloves. Bat resting on his shoulder. 1-2 misses high. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Holmes at 65 pitches, 35 strikes, and he missed there. Tried to go away with a changeup and induce a swing, and Brujan took his finger off the trigger. So the count at 3-2.
Yeah, after his sinker, his changeup is probably his best strikeout pitch to lefty. He's really going for one here, leaning on that changeup.
3-2 pitch. Nowhere near. Missed with a sinker. That's ball 4. That'll load the bases now for Nacho Alvarez. That's the 4th walk allowed by Clay Holmes. So Holmes got himself a 4-run lead, but now pitching coach Jeremy Hefner is going to walk out there, and he's trying to figure out a way to get through 5 and become the pitcher of record.
Yeah. Even as a reliever, Clay Holmes would have bouts of wildness where, he's always carried a very high walk rate. But I mentioned that ground ball rate helps neutralize those runners. But yeah, here tonight, he's just really struggling to keep that sinker in the strike zone. 4 walks you mentioned already. That's too many free passes.
This is the 5th time in 24 starts that he has walked 4 men or more. 4 of those times he ended up with exactly 4. The other, his season total, he had 6 walks on the 19th of June against the Braves. So the Braves have been coaxing some walks from Clay Holmes. He walked 6 Braves on the 19th. He walked 4 Braves on June 25th, and he's walked 4 Braves tonight. And now the bases are loaded for Nacho Alvarez, who's hunting for his first big league RBI. And in this case, a couple of RBIs with a base hits what he'd rake in. First pitch to Nacho, fouled back. Over to our right, 0-1. Alvarez made his big league debut last year, had 3 hits, didn't drive in any runs. Also still looking for his first big league homer. That'd be a great time for it right here. 0-1 pitch, and he misses low with a sinker, 1-1. Mets 5, Braves 1, top of the 4th. And a great opportunity to climb back into this thing. Right on right matchup. 1-1 to Nacho. And he swings and squares one up towards deep left center field, towards the gap, down for a base hit and all the way to the wall. Jailbreak on the base paths. Harris and Albies both score. 2 RBI double by Nacho Alvarez, the first 2 RBIs of his big league career. And it's a 5-3 game with his booming double to left center field.
The scouting report we got on Nacho as a rookie last year, he was a line drive hitter. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see many of those last year. But here tonight already, 2 really hard-hit line drives off a tough sinker baller in Clay Holmes. And he's got to be feeling good out there at second base, as you mentioned, getting his first 2 career RBIs.
Set that ball aside. Now a base hit can tie the game. Here's Nick Allen, only 1 down. Allen takes the ball inside. The inning started with a strikeout of Ozuna, but then a single by Harris, a single by Ozzie Albies. Vidal Brujan walked, and then that 2 RBI double by Nacho Alvarez. 1-0, low and outside with a sweeper, 2-0. No action in the Mets bullpen yet, but I promise you, if he walks Allen, they might start stirring out there. His 2-0 pitch. Missed inside, ball 3. All of a sudden, he can't find the zone. 73 pitches in the game, just 1 more strike than balls, 37-36. And his 3-0 pitch. Strike. Hit the inside corner with a sinker.
Good. We mentioned this is his first year as a full-time starter, so Mets trying to manage his workload. His last 2 starts, he's only thrown 75 and 79 pitches, so he's already getting close to his pitch limit here.
And the 3-1, taken for a strike again. After falling behind 3-0, he's bounced back to make it a 3-2 count. And Nick Allen, who hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the second inning, wants to atone for that with a base hit right here to tie the game up. Holmes set right at the letters. And the payoff pitch. He missed low for ball 4. And with that, they start stirring in the Mets bullpen as they have a lefty tossing out there. That's the 2nd walk of the inning and the 5th of the game by Holmes. And back to the top of the order to Profar. Gregory Soto now tossing for the Mets in the bullpen. And Profar has walked twice himself. Time called by Vic Carapazza. Braves are down 5-1 going into the top of this inning. In search of a big inning to come back and wrestle the lead away. Only one down, bases loaded, and Profar takes a first pitch strike. Sinker on the outside corner. Profar's got the average at .238, 6 homers. Strike again. That time a sinker on the inside corner. Right at the bottom of the zone. That's a good pitch, even though Profar didn't like it. And 0-2 on Jurickson Profar. Allen at first. Alvarez at second. Brujan at third. 5-3 Mets in the second. 0-2 in the dirt. Laid off the changeup that died down in a 1-2 count. We mentioned this is Profar's third trip to the plate versus Holmes. He's walked twice, so he's seen everything in his catalog, probably multiple times. Shouldn't be any surprises. And the 1-2. Bounce foul over by the Mets dugout. Mets had all the momentum, especially after the historic homer by Alonso. This place was just bouncing here in Queens. The Braves have quieted them down here in the top of the fourth. Looking to silence them here. And the 1-2 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. Good swing, fouled back a fastball right into the screen.
I mentioned Clay Holmes has already thrown more innings this season than the last two combined. And just thinking the Mets obviously have playoff intentions, but you know, how are they? He's going to get tired here at the end of the season, because he's pushing that limit. How are they going to depend on him in the playoff after he's thrown 160 innings?
1-2. Profar with a ground ball out to second. That'll be taken by McNeil. They go to second to get one. A run scores. So they cut down Allen at second base on a 4-6 putout, coming across and scoring Brujan. And it's now a 5-4 game. Runners at the corners, 2 down now for Matt Olson. Well, and to back your point, if he stays on regular rest, that's another 8 starts that he's going to have in front of him. So you're talking about at least another 40 innings or so.
Yeah, that's a tough transition from reliever to starter. It's just, especially as I mentioned, this team, playoff ambitions, huge salary commitment this year by their owner, Steve Cohen. So they're trying to get there.
Matt Olson can tie it with a base hit. And Olson takes a strike. It's been a 3-run inning for the Braves here in the top of the fourth. Alvarez at third. Profar's at first base. 0-1. Taken high, 1 ball and 1 strike. That RBI for Profar was his 15th of the correction, his 16th of the season. Olson has doubled. He's also struck out. And the 1-1. He swings and lines one deep down the left field line, slicing towards the corner, and a fair ball off the left field wall. The game is tied. This will be an RBI double by Olson. First to third for Profar, and Olson just did keep it fair and one hopped it off the wall, and we're back to even, 5 apiece in the fourth. And how about the difference in a half an inning from this crowd? Just a moment ago, they were all on their feet cheering for the Mets and above all for Pete Alonso. Now boos have been raining down on starter Clay Holmes. And here comes Carlos Mendoza. And what was a 5-1 lead for the Mets is now a 5-5 game. And they make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. tied at 5, 2 down in the top of the fifth.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters, take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class.
Already pushed across 4 runs this inning. They've sent 8 men to the plate, gotten 4 hits, and 2 walks courtesy of Clay Holmes, who actually had 5 walks on the day in just 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 5 earned thus far, and he is responsible for the base runners at second and third. On to relieve him, flame-throwing lefty Gregory Soto. He's a 30-year-old. He was traded over from the Baltimore Orioles at the trade deadline. Usually accustomed to working, I would say, the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. I'd be surprised if at the beginning of this game he thought he'd be in a high-leverage situation in the 4th inning. But here he is, trying to stem the bleeding for the Mets.
Well, and that's what happens when you've lost 7 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting desperate, figure out anything you can do to win a game. And going with Soto here in the 4th inning. Here's Drake Baldwin. Game tied at 5, and Baldwin takes the ball outside. It was 5-1 New York. They had all the momentum. And then the Braves rallied here for 4 runs and then can take the lead right here. 2 down, pitch on the way to Baldwin, takes the ball low and outside. And regardless of what will take place in this at bat, still a great effort by the Braves to come back and at least tie it here in the 4th inning. That's our Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. Hitters count 2-0. In for a strike. Zipped a sinker over. Drake put the Braves on the board with a ground out RBI back in the 1st inning. And the 2-1. Missed away with a sinker. 3 balls and a strike. This inning started with a strikeout of Ozuna. So his bases empty, 1 down. And since then, single, walk, double, walk, fielder's choice, and a double. 3-1 to Drake. A strike again. That time at the bottom of the zone with a sinker. So the count runs full on Baldwin. Baldwin has been on a tear here lately. Trying to continue to ride the crest of that wave to 2 more RBIs right here. 3-2. Bouncer up the middle. Lindor to his left gathers and fires for the out. But 9 Braves come to the plate. The top of the 4th inning. 4-run score on 4 hits. No.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This summer, stay cool and hydrated with the official water of Major League Baseball, Primo Brands. With Primo Brands water delivery, you get premium hydration from trusted brands like Zephyr Hills, Pure Life, and Saratoga, delivered right to your door. Stock up for the game or just keep everyone refreshed. Stills, sparkling, or flavored, there's something for everyone. And the best part, you call the shots. Whether you need a few cases or a few weeks' supply, Primo's flexible delivery fits your schedule. So step up to the plate, hydrate like a pro with Primo Brands, the official water sponsor of MLB. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
It's a 5-5 game into the bottom of the fourth inning. Spencer Strider will be facing 8-9-1 for the Mets here in the inning. It can be a very interesting game. It can be a very frustrating game at times, but it's a game full of lessons learned, that's for sure. And the lesson you might say that could be learned here for Spencer Strider, not too long ago, he was trailing 5-1. And now his lineup has gotten him back into the game. Here's the pitch on the way to Alvarez. And Alvarez takes a ball high. And sometimes that lesson learned, Darren, is you just got to keep focusing on the next batter and keep firing pitches and keep trying to make good ones, because next thing you know, you might be right back in the game.
He is right here.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off over by the Braves dugout.
And he's got to be re-energized. You know, Spencer, he takes a lot of pride in his work, and so when he spots the other team 5 runs, he's upset with himself. But now he's back out there, brand new ball game. He's got a fresh start. Here we go.
1-1 to Alvarez. Pulled foul on the third baseline. On the flip side of the coin for the Mets, what we have seen in the first 3.5 innings of this game has been the script they have seen night in, night out for about the last 2 weeks. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Francisco Alvarez. Check swing. He did commit, and the curveball fans him. Second strikeout by Strider, and one down here in the fourth inning. And finishing that thought, for the Mets, it's been blown leads. It's been explosive innings where after that inning ends, they go silent the rest of the game. You can imagine the frustration that leads to with this lengthy losing streak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it feels like you're never going to get out of it when you're stuck in one of these.
One out for Brett Beatty, a 5-5 game as Beatty takes a strike. By the way, it's the fourth inning, so that means it's the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. And Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Going to Beatty, Mrs. Lowen inside. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves.
I was looking at my notes from when we were here in late June. And the Mets had the best ERA in all of baseball by far in pitching. And they've certainly tumbled a little bit down the standings since then.
1-1, and Beatty with a big bouncer, softly hit out to second, coming in, scooping and firing Ozzie Albies. 2 down.
Yeah, since late June, they've added a half a run to their team ERA, and they're now only 7th in the league in ERA. So they've really been struggling on the run prevention side of it, and then a lot of slumping hitters in the lineup. It's really just been a perfect storm for the Mets.
Yes, it has. Well, entering play on August 3rd, 9 days ago, the Mets had a half-game lead over the Phillies in the National League East. 9 days later, as there's a called strike on Lindor, the Mets enter play trailing Philly by 6 games. It can happen very quickly. It's a 5-5 game. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Lindor is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. He shows bunt. Bunts one up the third base line. Going to be a tough play. Alvarez bare hands. Throws over, but far too late. And Lindor has probably been trying everything in the book with the exception of that. And he was 0 for his last 21. And when you know, that's what breaks him out.
There you go. If you can't hit it, bunt it.
Really good bunt by Lindor.
Yeah, it was.
Couldn't have rolled it out there any better. So 2 down for Juan Soto, who's 0 for 2, the fly out and a ground out. Dancing at first base, Lindor, and Strider steps off. You might recall the last time we were here in New York. It was in June. Strider was on the mound, and he and Soto were jawing at each other just a little bit. Strider struck him out, let him know about it. Offering all the way to Soto, misses high. Soto, meanwhile, was arguing with a home plate umpire. Once you know, that doesn't narrow it down much. He does a lot of that. A 1-0 count on Soto. Strider was walking off the field looking at him saying, I got you. It was in there. I got you. Well, he's trying to get him right here. 1-0 to Soto. Fouled off. Five runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mets. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Braves. Soto, wide stance, front toe up on its tiptoe. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls and a strike. By the way, speaking of Philadelphia, they're trailing in Cincinnati tonight 6-0 in the top of the 7th. And Reds team trying to get into the wild card picture. Lindor dancing at first. Strider steps off, looks him back. That's 2 disengagements now. Soto requests time. It's granted by Big Carapazza. And the Mets right fielder will dig back in. He's wearing a bright orange sleeve on his left arm. Elbow guard on his right arm. Waving the bat behind his head and anticipating the 2-1. Here it comes, and he missed outside with a changeup. Strider, the mustachioed right-hander, just kind of looking off into center field as he climbed back up the slope of the mound. Now casts his gaze to Drake Baldwin. And the 3-1 to Soto. And he misses low with a slider for ball 4. So similarly to last inning where Strider went 2 up and 2 down and then saw another 6 Mets come to the plate, they're having a difficult time closing the door on these innings.
Yeah, the Lindor bunt, there's no defense for that. And I don't hate that walk to Soto. You know, you got a guy in the box now, Brandon Nimmo, who's really been scuffling lately, got his first hit in his last 21 at-bats. Last time up there, so I really don't mind that walk to Soto because we know how much damage he can do.
Soto with a ground out and a single, as well as a run scored in this game. Mets left fielder out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, toting with him to the plate, a .250 batting average. Strider back to work. First pitch, called strike, right at the top of the zone with a good fastball. One from Strider. Bounced up there. What a stop by Drake Baldwin. That bounced about 8 feet in front of the plate. Barely made it to the dirt.
Had that been over the plate, it would have bounced through as a strike.
Ball and a strike on Nimmo. And if he reaches, Pete Alonso would come to the plate. Strider at 77 pitches. And his next pitch, a fastball fouled back. And the count 1-2.
Yes, I'll note that Brandon Nimmo has really been struggling with the fastball since the All-Star break. So expect Spencer to try to climb the ladder with his best heater of the night here. Go up there and see if you can get a swing and a miss.
Meanwhile, lefty Austin Cox is warming in the bullpen. Strider's 1-2. And a high towering fly ball to right field. Brujan in pursuit to the wall. Goes to the top of the wall and it's gone. A 3-run home run by Brandon Nimmo. And it's the 3rd homer allowed by Strider tonight. And the Mets fought back in front 8-5 in the 4th. Getting wild here at Citi Field. Homer number 20 for Nimmo. And RBIs 64, 65, and 66. All 8 runs for the Mets have come with 2 down in each inning. There's a ball that bounces to the backstop. They had a 2-out single by Cedric Mullins to score a run in the second. Then after that, a 2-run homer. In the third inning, everything took place with 2 down, including that 2-run homer by this man, Pete Alonso. Alonso takes the ball low and outside. And now here in the fourth inning, 2 up and 2 down, then a single, a walk, and a homer. That is getting it done with 2 down. Wind up in the 2-0 pitch from Strider. And Alonso with another fly ball to deep right field. This one's hit very well. Back of the wall, Brujan, and makes the catch in front of the wall. Alonso just missed another one. And fortunately for Strider, that's out number 3. But he gives up a 3-run homer to...
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com. Or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Swing and a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win it! The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch 'em
and app. Well, the Mets have been playing long ball tonight. They have hit 3 homers. They lead 8-5 into the top of the 5th inning. Brandon Nimmo became the 4th Mets player with another 20 home run season. There's a called strike. No balls and a strike on Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Soto brings it. And that misses up and in. Braves are down 5-1 into the top of the 4th inning. Then all 9 came to the plate. They scored 4 times, tied the game, only to give up 3 runs on a home run to Brandon Nimmo in the bottom of the inning. And they continue to slug it out here in Queens. Ozuna takes a strike, 1 and 2. Austin Cox has been tossing in the Braves bullpen. In fact, he was throwing there in the bottom of the 4th. See if we see him in the bottom of the inning. Ozuna, meanwhile, takes a ball 2 and 2. And the Braves hoping to strike back here the way that they did last inning. Left-hander Soto set right of the belt. 2-2 and Ozuna with a fly ball to right field. Juan Soto coming in, slows, throws up the glove, makes the catch and 1 down. We mentioned that the Braves have won 3 straight, and the last time they won 3 in a row was June 17th through the 19th after a sweep of these Mets at Truist Park. And they'll have to come back to make it a 4-game winning streak. In fact, the Braves have won 4 straight games just 1 time all season. That was their longest winning streak of the year. You'd have to go all the way back to April to find that stretch. That was April 18th through the 21st against the Cardinals and Twins. Harris, ground ball to first, diving and knocking it down is Alonso, but it rolls out of his glove and across the dirt. And by the time McNeil flips it over there to the pitcher Soto, who's covering, Harris is aboard for what should be a base hit. And that will be a single for Michael Harris. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, another hard hit ball for Michael Harris. If that's hit a little softer, Pete Alonso probably gets a glove on it, and that play is converted. And that's the value of hitting the ball hard, is Pete had to get his uniform dirty just to knock it down. Wasn't able to make the play.
Speaking of hitting the ball hard, Darren, I bet that Michael Harris has more hard-hit balls, or in this case, barrels, as they define it, in the last month than he had in the first 3-4 months of the season leading up to that.
Yeah, he's been one of the best hitters in the league now here for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Ozzie Albies batting for the right side, fouls one straight back into the screen. Great to have you with us on a Tuesday night alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Citi Field. This is game 1 of this 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night. Former Met Carlos Carrasco pitches for the Braves, and he'll face the lefty David Peterson. Here's the 0-1, and that'll be sent into left field for a base hit by Ozzie Albies. Pull it out there to left, and the Braves have back-to-back singles. So trying to come back, runners at first and second, 1 down. We mentioned that Strider has given up 8 runs tonight. That ties his career worst. He gave up 8 runs on June 8th, 2023. Go figure, against these Mets.
Yeah, we mentioned all those wins he has against them, and the team, 8-1 in his starts against the Mets. But apparently a couple clunkers against them.
First and second, 1 down for Vidal Brujan, who has walked twice in this game. Now facing Soto for the first time. Batting for the right side. He swings and it's a fly ball to deep center field. Mullins going to go back, tracking, backpedaling, makes the catch shy of the warning track. Harris tacks from second, goes into third base standing. And with 2 down, the Braves have him at the corners. Yeah, that was the interesting thing about the numbers for Strider. We mentioned that in his career, a 6-1 record, but his career ERA against the Mets, 4.97 entering tonight, so that'll obviously go up.
Yeah, the Mets, they take advantage of mistakes. A lot of veteran hitters here, good hitters. That home run to Nimmo, I mentioned he's been struggling against a fastball. That was just a spinning slider in the middle of the strike zone, and Spencer knew as soon as he hit it, it was out of the park. So a lot of frustration for Spencer here tonight.
2 down for Nacho Alvarez. Braves down by 3 runs. Runners at the corners. Braves have gone 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position tonight. First pitch to Nacho, in for a called strike. That's something the Braves were exceptionally good at over that series, across that series with the Marlins. As a team, the Braves hit just shy of 370 for that series with runners in scoring position. That's a big boost from what we've seen pretty much for the first 4 months of the season. Looking for some of that right here. Alvarez takes a ball low, 1-1. Nacho has delivered once already with a 2 RBI double last inning. His first 2 RBIs in the big leagues. And now he can do it again right here. Runners at first and third, and 2 down for Nacho Alvarez. Soto spins the 1-1, and Alvarez takes a slider for a strike. Alvarez adjusts his helmet, pinwheels his bat with his left hand. Now joins his right hand to the handle. Steadies the bat, waits on the 1-2. Pitch on the way from the southpaw, swung on at a lazy pop-up. Shallow center field. Second baseman McNeil makes a 2-hand catch over the top of his blue cap. And that ends the top of the 5th inning. Braves had back-to-back singles, but nothing beyond that. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts, only with ePass. It might be hot out, but driving's cooler and easier with ePass. Get your free sticker at getepass.com and start driving and saving like a local.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and fair.
Plus, you catch the latest news while you work. Lock in Shalini and Domino every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
Well, it's the bottom of the 5th inning and a wild one here tonight in Queens. Mets are leading the Braves 8-5. Spencer Strider, not his best work today. He is out of the game after 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 8 runs, all 8 of those earned, 3 home runs and just 2 strikeouts. When's the last time Spencer gave up more home runs than strikeouts? On to relieve him, lefty Austin Cox.
So now Cox goes to work, misses the ball low. It'll be McNeil, Marte, and Mullins here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Mets. Yeah, that's a good point there. 3 homers and 2 strikeouts. You just never see something like that. McNeil hits one way up in the air down the right field line. Olsen to the sidewall, and that'll land in the seats for a souvenir. 1-1 on McNeil. Did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It's made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. McNeil 0 for 1 with a walk. The one time they got him was a fly out to right field. Left-handed hitter from Santa Barbara, California. 1-1 from Cox, and a reach and a miss at a curveball. 1-2.
Yeah, this is a hard game here, pitching in the major leagues, and we know Spencer's coming back from an injury, and usually that takes some time to get 100% right. But there's something else I think happened recently that might have affected him a little bit.
1-2. Struck him out. Went reaching for a curveball. And 1 away here in the 5th inning.
You think back to the Bristol Motor Speedway game where he warmed up but never pitched, and then the Braves elected to rest him. So he had 8 days rest in between his previous start and that start versus the Brewers. And now his 2 worst starts of the year back-to-back after an 8-day rest.
Right.
And I was teammates with Spencer, and he's a very routine-oriented guy. He likes to be on his regular schedule.
Marte takes the ball low and outside.
So from management's point of view, hey, we're going to give Spencer a rest coming back from surgery. Let's give him a little bit of the time, a little bit of rest. And I'm guessing Spencer wanted to pitch. He wants to pitch every 5 days and get in his routine.
1-0, ball low and inside, 2-0. Yeah, routine, the name of the game, that's for sure. 8-5 Mets, bottom of the 5th inning. Bouncer foul over by the Braves dugout. Mention that the Reds have a 6-0 lead on the Phillies. That game's in the bottom of the 7th. Elsewhere, the Marlins and the Guardians tied at 3 in the top of the 8th. Nationals are trailing the Royals 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 pitch, check swing. He went against that slider and a 2-2 count. Brewers are leading again. They have a 4-0 lead on the Pirates in the top of the 5th inning. Those guys have been something else. Absolutely running away from the pack. Pitch misses down. In fact, the Brewers have won 10 in a row. Imagine having 2 winning streaks of 10 or more games in a single season. That's what they've accomplished. They're looking for an 11-game win streak with a victory tonight. 3-2 got him looking. A slider had him buckling his knees. And Marte strikes out, 2 down. All those scores are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Well, the first 2 outs haven't been the problem. Going 2 up and 2 down has happened a handful of times already. But the Mets have had multiple 2-out rallies. Here's Cedric Mullins. Mullins takes a ball upstairs from Austin Cox. Like we mentioned earlier, all 8 Mets runs have come with 2 down. 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and all with 2 outs on the board. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Cedric Mullins. Missed low and inside, 2-0. Mets went down in order in the first inning. And Cox trying to perform a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th right here. Braves in the top of the 6th will have 9-1-2 coming up. And Allen, Profar, and Olsen. 2-0 from Cox. And a liner towards the gap in left center field, down for a base hit. Harris cuts it off, heading for second base Mullins. Throw out of left center field. 1 hops to second, off the mark. And it'll be a double by Cedric Mullins. Another 2-out base hit for the Mets. In this game, the Mets have 9 hits. 8 of the 9 have come with 2 down in an inning. That will drive you insane. Here's the pitch on the way to Francisco Alvarez. In the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. 2-out base hits will win you a bunch of games, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they usually it's harder to score, with 2 outs, but when you hit the ball out of the ballpark, it makes it a lot easier.
1-0 pitch. A little bit low with a slider. 2-0 on Alvarez. It was Alvarez who put the Mets on top of the first time. That was back in the second. He rocked a 2-run homer at that point. Made it 3-1 Mets. Takes the ball inside, 3-0. Glance to second and the 3-0. And he's swinging and belts one towards the gap in right center field to the wall and off the base of the right center field wall. In to score Mullins. It's an RBI double for Francisco Alvarez and more 2-out damage by the Mets. 9-5 New York. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Now Brett Beatty comes to the plate. 9-5 New York in the bottom of the 5th. Mets have scored in 4 straight innings. Beatty takes the ball low and outside. They went down 1-2-3 in the first. Since then, a 3-run second, a 2-run third, a 3-run fourth, and 1 tally thus far in the bottom of the 5th. One-0 pitch, bouncer up the middle, past a diving Nick Allen, and the Mets have been relentless with 2 down. Coming in to score now, Alvarez. 10-5 Metropolitans here in the 5th.
I 10 out of 11 hits with 2 outs. I just can't recall seeing that happen.
It'll leave you speechless, won't it?
It's going to be a wild one tonight. I don't feel like this game is over. I think this Braves lineup's been scoring runs in bunches here lately. Could be in for quite a game here.
Been wild already. 2 down for Lindor, and he'll take a called strike. You and I have seen some wild ones this season, that's for sure. Think about that game in Arizona where the Braves won, and then whatever you want to call that in Cincinnati on our last road trip when both teams scored 8 runs in the 8th and the Braves won in extra innings. So hopefully they've got a comeback left in them tonight, but currently trailing 10-5. Lindor is 1 for 3, bunted for a base hit in the 4th inning. He'll swing and send one foul into the upper deck along the first baseline. 0-2. This time outside with a slider. Oh, here in the 5th inning, the Braves bullpen, in this case Austin Cox, has given up as many runs tonight as the Braves relievers gave up collectively the entire Marlins series. That was a 5-game series. That'll be fouled back. Braves bullpen covered 17 2/3 innings of that Marlins series and allowed just 2 runs. They had allowed primarily singles. There had not been many extra base hits allowed by Braves relievers at all, but a couple of doubles here in the 5th inning for the Mets. Runner goes 1-2, struck in the air to deep right field. Brujan going to square up to it about 3 feet shy of the warning track, and he'll put it away for the out. But 2 more runs for the Mets. Braves just can't quiet them. We go to the top of the 6th.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater? And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts, only with ePass. It might be hot out, but driving's cooler and easier with ePass. Get your free sticker at getepass.com.
On to the top of the 6th here at Citi Field. Braves trailing the Mets by a score of 10-5. Gregory Soto's work is over for the day. He went 1 in the 3rd innings, giving up 2 hits, restoring a little order for the Mets. On to relieve him, 28-year-old right-hander Justin Hagenman. Hagenman made his Major League debut on April 16th, tossing 3 1/3 innings in relief. He's worked 4 games since then and sporting a 2.45 ERA.
Right-hander Hagenman brings his first pitch to Allen, and Nick Allen takes the ball outside. 6th inning means it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning, and if the Braves hit a homer here in the 6th inning, our contestant Adisha Walker from Newnan will win $1,450. Cutter makes it 1-1. And if you'd like to enter your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Allen takes the ball low. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. So we're pulling for Adisha Walker in Newnan. Would win $1,450. Allen swings and misses. Cutter makes it 2-2. Mets have used Holmes, Soto, and now Hagenman on the mound. Hagenman out of the windup and the 2-2 pitch. Allen takes a call at 3rd strike. Sinker shocked him. 1 away here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Hagenman pitched in 6. This is his 6th game of the season. He's thrown 15 innings, so likely going to try to give the Mets a few innings here, save some of their high-octane arms. Maybe an opportunity for the Braves to climb back into this game and get those horses some work here tonight.
Huge swing and a miss by Profar. That slider was a good one. He went right over the top of it. That time a changeup misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Justin Hagenman deals, and there's a fly ball to right field, hit pretty well. Soto to the edge of the warning track, under it for the out. Two away here in the sixth inning. Hagenman was originally drafted by the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers traded Nick Robertson and Hagenman to the Red Sox in the Kike Hernandez deal. And then the Mets signed Hagenman to a one-year deal, despite never having previously pitched to the majors. Now the majors now pitch on the way to Olsen in for a called strike. Olsen ripped an RBI double back in the fourth inning. And at the time tied up the game, but since then the Mets have pulled back ahead by 5 runs. 1 to Olsen. Ball outside. 1-1 on Matt. That RBI back in the fourth inning for Olsen was his 71st of the year. No foul off the inside of his foot. Looking at a 1-2 count now versus Hagenman. Wind up in the 1-2. Olsen takes a ball low. Hagenman, 28 years old, made his debut this year. I don't see too many 28-year-old rookies making their debut, but finally made it to the show here in 2025. There's a ball low and outside, 3-2.
Yeah, it's not a real sexy pitch repertoire. Doesn't throw all that hard. Fastball at 93, but he does have a lot of movement. We've already seen that here this inning.
3-2 to Olsen, and he swings and misses over the top of a cutter. Hagenman cuts down the Braves 1-2-3 in the top of the sixth inning. We advance to the bottom of the inning. Mets 10, Braves 5.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts, only with ePass. It might be hot out, but driving's cooler and easier with ePass. Get your free sticker at getepass.com.
Weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Wish we had better news from New York. It's 10-5 Mets into the bottom of the sixth inning. And the Mets sending up the meat of the order with Soto, Nemo, and Alonso. Still Austin Cox on the mound for the Braves. Left-hander came along last inning. Went 2 up, 2 down, but then same old song and dance. Double, single, and then a fly out for the out. That's been the issue tonight. Slider over for a strike, 0-1. The Mets with 11 hits in the game, and 10 of them have come with 2 down in the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ball low. Just looking for a scoreless inning for once. Mets were scoreless in the first inning, but they've scored multiple runs in every inning since. And the 1-1. Soto with a big bouncer that kangaroos out to Ozzie. He scoops and throws over for the out, one down. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves, with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride.
Yeah, Austin Cox's best pitch so far this season has been that four-seam fastball at the top of the strike zone. But tonight, the slider, a nice slider there to Soto to get that out. 2 strikeouts first inning. We're on that slider as well.
Goes to work versus Nimmo. Takes a ball outside. Nimmo with a 3-run homer in the 4th inning. That was off Strider. As Spencer went 4 innings, gave up 8 runs on 8 hits. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 homers allowed. 1-0 to Nimmo, and a ground ball out to second. No problem for Ozzie Albies. Gathers and throws, 2 down. Here we go again. 2 up, 2 down. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Now the real test begins. Sometimes that 3rd out can be the hardest one to get.
Two down for Pete Alonso. 3 very hard hit balls in this game for Alonso, including a homer and a double. And he swings and drills one way back to center field. A majestic shot out of the ballpark. His 2nd home run of the game. And it's 11-5 Mets on another homer with 2 down in an inning. Alonso with homers 27 and 28 on the season tonight. He was all over that first pitch. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, and a no doubter out there. Two down for McNeil. And he swings and misses at a first pitch slider. Alonso with a curtain call down there in the first base dugout. 0-1 pitch. McNeil takes a ball low. That homer traveled 405 feet. One from Cox. Just missed away with a curveball. 11-5 Mets in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have belted 4 homers tonight. Cox is 2-1. Just a little bit high. Seven of the 12 Mets hits have gone for extra bases. And the 3-1. There's a strike. According to Vic Carapaz, anyway.
Oh, Jeff McNeil's losing his mind. I got to see it twice tonight. I love it.
He can lose his mind with the best of them, can't he?
Yeah.
Left on left matchup, and the 3-2 pitch from Cox. Line shot out to second. Nice pick by Ozzie. And he'll make the play and throw it over to first base for the out. But another home run for the Mets. This time off the bat of Pete Alonso is 2nd of the night. And as we head to the top of the 7th, it's the Mets 11 and the Braves 5.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts, only with ePass. It might be hot out, but driving's cooler and easier with ePass. Get your free sticker at getepass.com and start driving and saving like a local.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go.
It's been a night dominated by the Mets bats. They have an 11-5 lead into the top of the 7th inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. First game of this series. Braves had a 1-0 lead. Then they were down 5-1, came back and tied the game 5 apiece. Drake Baldwin takes the ball outside. Since then, it's been a Mets avalanche. 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. They have scored in every inning since the first. Baldwin swings and misses. Mets had a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning, and since then, they have plated runs in 5 consecutive innings. Still Hagenman on the mound for the Mets. He's their third pitcher to be used this evening. 1-1 to Baldwin as a strike on the inside corner. Pitch to Baldwin. Popped up. First base side, foul ground. Alonso drifting to his left. And in between the bag and the Mets dugout, he's got it for the out.
Just looking at the game chart here, Ben, tonight we've already had 15 balls hit at over 100 miles an hour. So there's been some loud noises here tonight at Citi Field.
Boy, 15.
15.
I wouldn't want to be pitching in the midst of all that. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He'll take a ball outside, 1-0. Neither starter made it into the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. Ozuna swings and misses. Mets starter Clay Holmes went 3 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 5 runs, 6 hits, 5 walks. Second most he's had in the game this year, and he struck out 4. Ozuna takes the ball low and inside. Then, as we mentioned, for Strider, 4 innings, 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 3 homers allowed. Mets have hit 4 home runs in the game. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch from Hagenman. Inside. And a 3-1 count on Ozuna. Ozuna is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Every other Brave has reached base at least once. He's the only Brave who's failed to do so. Until now. Takes a cutter inside for ball 4. Typically on a night where everybody in the lineup has reached base, you're not trailing by 6 runs. That has been the case tonight. And the Braves had a 4-run 4th. And if they could find a way to have another surge here in the final 3 innings of this game, maybe they could get themselves back into it. Michael Harris, a 2-hit night, takes a cutter for a called strike. Coming up in between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Ground ball to second. McNeil to Lindor to Alonso. Not in time at first base. 4-6 on the putout. Holding up his hand in the Mets dugout is Carlos Mendoza. And the Mets checking the replay to see if they want to review this and challenge it. And they do not. So a good call by Mark Ripperger over at first base. 4-6 put out of Ozuna at second, and the fielder's choice by Harris.
Yeah, that looked like a tailor-made double play ball, but credit to Michael Harris for hustling down the line there in a 11-5 ball game.
Two down for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie takes the ball low and outside. Alonso is reaching down to glove that. There was no real extension by Alonso off the back. If he had been reaching out at all, he could have met that ball sooner, and that would have been the difference in turning two versus not turning two. 1-0 pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Albies strikes one high in the air towards deep left center. Mullins ranging that way. Shy of the warning track, makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And there's the third out here in the top of the 7th inning. No runs ahead, no errors, and a man left for the Braves. We enter the bottom of the 7th inning.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen. Ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts. Only with ePass.
Make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
You've got a chance to win Braves tickets at noon and qualify for a trip to see Georgia Tech's opener in Colorado during the 4 o'clock hour. Get all of the details at 680thefan.com.
Austin Cox back out for the action on the mound for the Braves. Braves trailing the Mets 11-5 into the bottom of the 7th as Starling Marte leads off. Marte takes first pitch strike. We've been talking about the Mets' 2-out attack tonight. That's been the difference in the game. They have a dozen base hits in the game, 11 of which have come with 2 down in an inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Marte with a little squibber out to third base. Nacho to his left to glove and fire, and 1 down. And that's in line with everything we've seen tonight. Leadoff man retired. In fact, they've gone 2 up and 2 down multiple times. With 2 down in tonight's game, the Mets have gone 11 for 17. And with 2 down in this game, they are batting .647 as a squad. Just can't get that third out. Mullins with a ground ball to second. Here we go again. Ozzy's got it. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 very quick outs, but now it's Francisco Alvarez to the plate. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a 1-2-3 inning for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. First pitch to Alvarez and a ball low. 1 ball and no strikes. 11 runs, 12 hits for the Mets, 5 runs, 8 hits for the Braves. Austin Cox up to 40 pitches in this relief appearance. High fly ball to deep left. Profar going to go to the wall, and that is gone too. This is just like a bad dream, inning after inning after inning. 2 up and 2 down, and then here comes the damage. And it's now 12-5 Mets, as they are now 12 for 18 in this game with 2 outs. Homer number 5 for Alvarez, his second of the night. And it's a 4 RBI night for Alvarez. And it is now 12-5 New York.
It's just mind-blowing. Just got to get that third out. Step off the mound, deep breath, refocus. We're not out of the woods yet.
It's been absurd with 2 outs. Inning continues for Brett Beatty, and Beatty launches one to deep right center field. Way back, this one flies at the wall, and that is out of here. Back-to-back home runs by Alvarez and Beatty to make it 13-5 Mets, as this has turned into a home run derby where they're just slugging for the fences in this one.
This isn't even a hitter's park. You know, we're not playing in Cincinnati or Colorado. This is a pitcher's park. This doesn't make any sense.
They've hit 6 home runs tonight. Beatty with 1, Alvarez with 2, Alonso with 2, Nimmo with 1. And every last one of them has come with 2 down in an inning. There's a ball low. Lindor 1 for 4. 1-0 pitch, over for a strike. That homer by Beatty, his 13th of the year. Cox is 1-1. He missed inside with a splitter. And given the score of the game, the Braves hoping to get as much as they can out of Cox just to keep from burning anybody else. Trailing 13-5 in the bottom of the 7th. That'll be fouled back our way, right down in front of us. Good catch made by a fan with a glove.
Yeah, Cox's longest outing in the major leagues this year, 2 innings. In Gwinnett, he did go 3 and 3 2/3, so he is somewhat accustomed to the length.
This will be his 47th pitch. Took over reliefs of Spencer Strider. 2-2 is low, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Juan Soto to the plate. Every Met in the lineup has reached at least once. In fact, they've all scored with the exception of McNeil and Marte. The 13 runs for the Mets tonight ties their second best total for a game this season. They also scored 13 in a game against the Rockies in Colorado, to back the point you're making a moment ago. Not here.
Yeah, that really makes sense. This tonight, not so much. Now we got Snit coming out, and I didn't see anybody warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anyone tossing either.
There we go, Luke Williams.
So Luke Williams will trot out, and he'll at least finish the 7th. You're looking at a situation where they'd like to get 4 outs out of Luke Williams. He comes on with 2 down. He's looking to add another big name to his list. He struck out Rafael Devers, and he struck out Kyle Schwarber this year. It'd be something if he struck out Soto. So the Braves will be making the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. 13-5 Mets in the 7th.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end September 2nd. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
I'm Cortland spokespug, Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll reminding you to join me on the Buck Belue Show weeknights from 6 to 8 when the Braves are off, and Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan.
13-5 Mets here in the bottom of the seventh. Luke Williams misses outside with his second pitch. Same fate as the first. And it's a 2-0 count on Juan Soto. Braves hoping to use this position player, Luke Williams, to get him through the seventh and the eighth as well, I'm sure. Soto bangs one through the right side. Base it into right field. Around second base, digging for third, Lindor. Single by Soto is his first hit of the game. Inning will continue. Another 2-out hit for the Mets, and here comes Brandon Nimmo. Well, Luke has made a handful of appearances this season already. It's not like it's happened just once or twice either.
Yeah, this is his fifth appearance of the season, sporting a 4.5 ERA.
Ball outside of Brandon Nimmo.
Now, he does have the very best walk rate in the league. Has yet to walk anybody in his 4 innings of work.
1-0 to Nimmo. Nimmo takes ball outside. Well, this inning went 2 up, 2 down. A couple of ground outs. Then a homer by Alvarez, a homer by Beatty, a walk to Lindor, and a single by Soto. 2-0 pitch over for a strike. That missed the zone by about 5 inches. And Vic Carapazza said strike one. Luke just lobbing it in there. Here it comes. Into the air to deep left center field. Michael Harris sprinting to his right. Runs it down, makes the catch. And there is out number 3. We go to the top of the 8th inning. All Mets 13-5.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served...
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m., I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose ePass. It's a free toll sticker that saves time and gives you volume toll discounts, only with ePass. It might be hot out, but driving's cooler and easier with ePass. Get your free sticker at getepass.com.
I'll give you a second to try to brace yourself before I give you the score. It's 13-5 Mets into the top of the 8th. This is a game that was tied 5 apiece at one point. And the Mets have been a runaway train at the plate, especially with 2 down. Vidal Brujan sends one foul. This is still Hagenman on the mound for the Mets. Braves had a 1-0 lead at the end of 1. Mets scored 3 in the second, 2 in the 5th. They took a 5-1 lead to the 4th, and the Braves stormed back with a 4-run 4th inning. Lots of hope at that point. Oh, one misses outside. Braves tied it at 5. But then the Mets scored 3 times in the 4th, twice in the 5th, once in the 6th, and twice in the 7th. 1-1, Brujan rips one foul into the second deck along the right field line. Meanwhile, the Braves haven't scored since the 4th inning. So the Braves have been out hit 15-8, and they are trailing 13-5 on a night where the Mets have hit 6 home runs. 1-2 to Brujan. He swings and misses. That pitch was in the mitt by the time he got around on it. And one down here in the 8th inning. Needless to say, I don't think we like the chances of our contestant in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning tonight. That'll be coming up at the bottom of the 8th. Luke Williams took over on the mound in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Braves position player out there for the 6th time this year. This one plunks Nacho Alvarez. First pitch, and he just drilled the rookie with a 92-mile-an-hour sinker. And the Braves get a one-out base runner here in the 8th inning. And brings Nick Allen up to the plate. However, Kyle Schwarber and Rafael Devers might say, hey, watch out for that Luke Williams.
Yeah, he's got nasty stuff.
He struck them out each once this year.
I didn't give you the scouting report. Last inning, Luke Williams was sitting 62-64 with his fastball. I don't know if he has an off-speed pitch.
Nick Allen pops one up and sent foul. So not a lot of four-seam ride at the top of the zone, huh?
That's the gravity ball, buddy. The ephus.
0-1 on Nick Allen. Right-hander Hagenman deals to Allen. And Nick sends one foul on the third baseline.
Yeah, I know Brian Snitker hates having position players pitch. But nights like tonight, it's kind of a necessity and a luxury to have a position player like Luke that you know can go out there and throw strikes and cover a couple innings to save your arms for the rest of the series.
0-2, and Allen lines one to second. Caught there. They throw back to first, and they cannot double up Nacho Alvarez. 2 away here in the 8th inning.
And I don't know if, Luke's been pitching quite a bit this year. His 5th time. Snit used to buy, if you were a position player, you went out there and pitched, next day there'd be a bottle of your favorite drink in your locker. It just has a thank you for going out there and taking one for the team. And it's going to get kind of expensive for Luke Williams this season.
He's going to owe Luke an entire bar. That'll be fouled back by Profar 0-1. He might get stock in some distillery at that point. 13 runs, 15 hits for the Mets, no errors. For the Braves, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 0-1 to Profar. And he'll pop one up. Jeff McNeil, the second baseman, looking skyward, walking in, makes a one-handed catch, and that ends the bottom, top of the 8th inning. That was wishful thinking. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 13-5 Mets.
What's your idea of a good time? Maybe it's adrenaline.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Hi, just a Florida native here with a quick message for all the new residents. Welcome. There are things us locals just know, and I want you to know them too. Like never leave home without sunscreen, ever. Oh, and scrub bugs off your car right away. And when traffic gets trafficky, take the toll roads. The locals choose even.
The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
We've made it to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 13-5 lead for the Mets. Pete Alonso leads off versus Luke Williams in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Alonso's hit 2 homers tonight, takes a ball outside. This is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if by some miracle Luke Williams strikes out the side, our winner will be David Miller. That is crushed up into the 4th deck, but fouled on the left field line by Alonso. That's about as high as I've ever seen a ball land here.
Just a touch early on that one.
That was right under David Wright's recently retired number 5 up there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Alonso with a fly ball towards left field. Coming along now, Jerkson Profar. He's under it. Makes the catch at 1 down. So no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. But if Luke Williams had struck out the side, our contestant David Miller would have been the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. One out for Jeff McNeil. McNeil swings and pops one up. Foul ground. Luke Williams calling everybody off. Luke's got it.
Yes.
Luke Williams springing off the mound across the third base line into foul territory for the old P1.
That's great. In between innings, I saw Luke actually grab Nacho Alvarez's glove off the bench. So normally that's a position player thing. First time I've ever seen a pitcher bring a glove out for one of his teammates that was ended the inning on base. So, and then a little pitcher pop up there. Luke is breaking barriers as a pitcher.
See if he can break the barrier of the 2-out jinx. There's a called strike. We're giving you the number all night. Mets have 15 hits, 14 of which have come with 2 down in an inning. 0-1. There's another one. Line into right field for a base hit. 2-out single by Marte. So that's now 15 2-out base hits. So this is tied for the most 2-out base hits ever allowed by an Atlanta team. It also happened in June of 1987 when they allowed 15 to the Padres. Cedric Mullins takes a ball outside. So if Mullins gets a base hit here, it'd be the most 2-out hits allowed in the Atlanta era of the Braves franchise. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Mullins takes a strike. Also, the 6 homers, all with 2 down tonight, allowed by the Braves. The most 2-out homers the Braves have ever allowed in a single game.
Wow.
2-0 pitch. And Mullins with a fly ball down the right field line towards foul territory. Brujan that way makes the catch right up against the line, and that ends the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Mets will finish their evening 15 for 23 with 2 down in this game.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com or call 1-888-780-6854.
Health. They offer more options for customized treatment solutions that work for you. To learn more, visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare.
You have a chance to win Braves tickets at noon and qualify for a trip to see Georgia Tech's opener in Colorado during the 4 o'clock hour. Get all of the details at 680thefan.com.
Into the top of the 9th inning. It's a 13-5 lead for the Mets. Still Hagenman on the mound. They do make one defensive change as Tyrone Taylor will take over in right field for the Mets. By the way, Sandy Leon took over behind the plate for the Braves last inning. Here's Matt Olson. He swings and misses. And it'll be Olson, Leon, and Ozuna for the Braves here in the 9th inning. Pitch from Hagenman. And a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Olson fouls one back. By the way, this would be Leon's first plate appearance as a Brave. So he swings a stick on deck. Right-hander Hagenman. Wind up in the 1-2. And Olson takes the ball outside. Well, game 2 of this series tomorrow night, 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. Braves and Mets under the lights with Carlos Carrasco facing David Peterson. 2-2. Olson sends one foul up into the third deck along the third baseline. And we'll be with you tomorrow night. Again, 7:10 Eastern, first pitch. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Hagenman spins it up there. There's a ball high. Check swing. Didn't go.
In between innings, Ben, we saw another first tonight. The Mets have hit 6 home runs tonight, and I guess the pyrotechnics department didn't budget for that.
3-2, and Olson hits one a mile high to center field. Eventually that'll come down and into the glove now of Cedric Mullins. 1 away.
To finish that, there's an announcement on the Jumbotron here at Citi Field that apologies, the Mets have hit so many home runs, we've run out of fireworks.
They got jokes.
They do.
Yeah, it's been a fireworks show with all the homers. 1 out for Sandy Leon. Leon, 13 seasons in the big leagues. And he'll take a ball there. This is actually Sandy Leon's first major league plate appearance since 2023. Did not have one in the big leagues last year. Leon swings and misses 1-1.
That's cool for him. Nice little reward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Braves guys talk about all the time the great work he's done at AAA Gwinnett.
1-1, fouled off, 1-2.
You know, talking to Drake Baldwin, he gives Sandy Leon a lot of credit for his maturation as a catcher. They played together last year in Gwinnett, and you know, a veteran catcher like that that's willing to teach younger guys that they're worth their weight in gold.
1-2, and Leon takes a called third strike. Sinker on the inside corner, and the Braves down to their final out. Two outs for Marcell Ozuna. Tonight's attendance, 39,748. A big crowd here at Citi Field tonight. They've had a lot to cheer for. Ozuna takes ball in the dirt that bounces to the backstop. Most notably for the Mets this evening, the historical element of Pete Alonso's night. As Alonso hit 2 homers, he came into the game tied with Darryl Strawberry for the most homers in Mets franchise history. So he broke that record with not 1 but 2 home runs tonight. Ozuna comes unwound, swings and misses at a slider. And for Alonso, career homers 253 and 254. Ozuna takes a ball low. That record by Darryl Strawberry had stood since 1990. They actually retired Darryl Strawberry's number last year. It's number 18 hanging on the facade of the rooftop down the left field line. 2-1. Ozuna takes the ball outside. They've added a few numbers up there over the last few seasons. Doc Gooden's number 16, Darryl Strawberry's 18, and this year, David Wright's number 5. 3-1, a called strike, 3-2.
Boy, Darryl Strawberry, probably one of the prettiest baseball swings in the history of the game, in my opinion. Loved watching him hit.
3-2 to Ozuna. He swings and misses at strike 3, and the Mets take game 1, 13-5 over the Braves. It was a night where the Mets were absolutely relentless at the plate, especially with 2 outs. Again, as a team, they went 15 for 23 with 2 outs tonight. And they win it 13-5 over the Braves. Back with the totals after this.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message for you. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and fair.
680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Well, the Mets win this one 13-5 over the Braves. The Home Depot is proud to present today's player of the game. Darren, who is that going to be tonight?
That's a pretty obvious one tonight, Ben. Pete Alonso extending his, breaking and extending the franchise record for home runs for the Mets. 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and a double. If I have to give it to him, Met, at least he's a Gator.
Well, he had a big night tonight, that's for sure. And he was the one that was the driving force behind what they did this evening with 13 runs on 16 hits. Pete Alonso, your player of the game, built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Here are the totals. For the Mets, 13 runs, 16 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base. They belted 6 home runs tonight as Nimmo hit 1, Alonso hit 2, Alvarez hit 2, Beatty hit 1. For the Braves, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 8 men left on base, no home runs for the Braves. Mets improved to 64-55, and they end their 7-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Braves fall to 51-68, and that snaps the Braves' 3-game winning streak. Gregory Soto, the winning pitcher, he's now 1-3 with a 3.35 ERA. Spencer Strider takes the loss. He's 5-10 with a 4.69 ERA. And the save goes to Hagenman, his first, and a 3.26 ERA for him. Time of the game, 2 hours, 40 minutes in front of 39,748. Tell you about Game 2 tomorrow, but tell you what, right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Well, thank goodness tomorrow's a new day. Tell you about Game 2 starters when we come back and close on the Braves Radio Network.
Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
I'm Cortland spokespug, Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
Get ready for the college football season when the Braves aren't playing at night. Join me for the Buck Belue Show with Kelly Kroll, weeknights from 6 to 8, right here on The Fan.
Wrapping this one up from New York, Mets over the Braves 13-5. And our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Braves and Mets right here at Citi Field in New York. Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 5:55 Eastern with the Ford leadoff show. And then the first pitch, Darren and I will have at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. Right-hander Carlos Carrasco gets the ball for the Braves. The former Met is 2-2 with a 6.18 ERA. David Peterson, left-hander, will get the ball for the Mets. He is 7-5 with a 2.98 ERA. So for the guys back in studio in Atlanta, that's Joe Virgin and Bryce Gobert. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Citi Field in New York. Final score, Mets 13, Braves 5. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Baird Salih.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Comcast Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of Nacho Alvarez Jr. His 2-run double to left field in the top of the fourth were his first 2 career RBIs. Introducing the 5-year guarantee from Xfinity, get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi. Sorry. Did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping